I was doing 7 films a year. I ended up in the hospital.
Showbiz, if she ever decides, would you consider?
Ayisha, once you decide to do this, there's no going back. I just one day decided that I would stop coloring my hair. We will age. That's just the reality. They're ganging up on me. I'm outnumbered.
Hi, Dawn and Ayisha. Welcome to PeopleAsia's YouTube channel. And thank you for the shoot earlier. Did you have fun?
Yes, we did. Yeah, thank you.
Is this your first magazine shoot together?
It is, yes.
It is. Dawn, you mentioned in your previous interviews that you stepped away from showbiz to focus on your family. How has life been so far away from the limelight?
It's less stressful. I'm enjoying my family time, taking care of the kids, their activities in school, visiting my son who's studying abroad.
What's a typical day like in the Lagdameo household, if I may ask?
I'm always supervising the house, we're organizing. And then she comes home from school, usually in the afternoons. So we're together, or sometimes she has activities also in school. I go to school. I'm very active also in the council of parents in her campus.
Would you say that you're like a stage mom?
Yeah, I would think so. In a way, yeah. She performs also in school.
Yeah.
Ayisha is also in her dance. They have a dance group in her school, and so the moms of the girls and boys who dance, we're all very supportive of our kids.
And Ayisha, what's your favorite bonding activity with your mom?
Usually just lounging around watching TV or dancing.
What kinds of shows do you watch together?
Well, we like to watch a lot of YouTube, preferably K-pop.
Yeah.
You're both into K-pop.
Yeah.
I think with that haircut.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite band or group?
First BTS, and then Blackpink, and then the younger ones now like Enhypen and Cortez.
Do you have tickets to BTS already?
We haven't gotten lucky yet so far.
Are you the types who look forward to the acts who are coming here?
Yeah.
We both saw the recent
Enhypen.
tour. I watched the Blackpink concert as well. Yes.
Who's your ultimate idol? If you had someone you wanted to meet?
Probably Jimin from BTS.
Okay.
Jimin.
Yeah.
Who's your bias in G?
I have no bias. I like them all.
What do you call it? OT7.
OT.
They're
Like the
when you
whole-
like all of
OT.
them.
I don't even know those terms. No. Yeah, but all of them, all 7 of them.
So Dawn, you also mentioned before that you stepped away because the roles you're being offered aren't interesting anymore.
Yeah.
How long did it take for that realization to, dawn on you?
I think my last teleserye, I got tired already. First, I got tired with the way we were working, the usual, the late hours and all of these things. So I thought I decided muna I'd rest, take a rest from it. Anyway, my son was still here, and we were preparing for him, his senior year, choosing a college that he was going to go to. So I just wanted to focus on my boy and Ayisha, who was still in middle school. And that's when I decided I think I should spend already as much time as I can with the kids, because I realized I only had that little window in their teenage life that I could really be present for them. Yeah.
Was it an easy decision for you to make? I mean, you're a very hardworking actress. You've done so many films, so many series.
It's easy when you're tired. when you're a little tired already of the kind of work you're doing, which is long hours. I didn't want to do that anymore. I felt that my kids were not our time together was being snatched away from us.
Sino bang kaagaw ko sa'yo hanggang ngayon, Nick? Sino?
Ayisha, when did you realize that your mom was a famous movie actress?
I think probably by the time I reached middle school. Because I would often accompany her to her video shoots.
I think it was one time you went with me, I don't know what occasion or event that was, and she saw my fans. And she saw the reaction of the crowd, and that's when I think she was like, "Mama, are you famous?"
I think I was
How
pretty
old were you back
overwhelmed.
then?
She was small.
Maybe around 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what Dawn Zulueta mo ako means?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends actually tease me about that. Yeah.
But do you miss it? It's been 6 years since you... Is it retired?
No, I'm
Stepped
not
back?
retired.
You're not
I'm
retired.
just stepping back. But I do miss it. I miss the creativity and the collaborative work. But I don't miss the conditions.
What
we have
kind of
working.
role would make you come back, you think?
You know, I haven't done too many villain. Kontrabida would be something exciting to do. But I would really like an offer wherein I am also playing a part in the creative work.
What is your advice to the new generation of actors and actresses? How can they last in this industry as long as Dawn Zulueta has?
My advice for them is, I know what it's like to be immersed in so much work. I understand how tired you are, and schedules just keep piling up and piling up. But you really, really need to make that time for yourself. Take a break. You need to do that.
At which point did you burn out?
This was probably in the early 90s, the mid-90s. At the busiest time of my career, I was doing 7 films a year. I ended up in the hospital. And I was not happy. How can you be happy if you're hungry, right? Or you're not sleeping enough. Then your work is affected. The quality of your work is affected. So what are you doing to yourself?
What would you say is your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie. I have many.
What's your
Many
favorite genre?
Comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah, I really like comedy.
Have you done comedies?
Not much. Not as much as I would like to. I wish I could do more, actually.
So
But nobody sees me as a funny person, I guess.
Why not?
They think I'm so serious and dramatic. I don't know. So the
Maganda
roles I get
kasi.
are always like that. I'm like, really?
Your mom has a lot of films. Have you seen any of them?
I think I've only seen, the last 2.
Family history.
And Meant to Be.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Patayin sa Sindak si Barbara?
No, but she often used to talk about it when I was little, but I think I got too scared to watch it.
Ito ang hinantungan kong mundo. Dito mo ako'y sinadlak ng talikuran mo ko.
In your previous interviews, you also said that you practically brainwashed Ayisha to become a ballet dancer. So before we go into that, you picked up ballet in your 30s?
Yeah. Already in my 30s.
What made you decide to do that?
Well, I've always wanted to dance ballet, but never got to as a child, as a kid. So when I was an adult, I decided to take it up. And it happened after I had my first child, Jacobo. So while I was pregnant with her, I was still dancing. And then after I gave birth to her, I rested a little. But as soon as she was like old enough to get up and, or crawl or what, I was taking her with me back to the studio. And then she would watch me dance.
But when did it become a serious thing for you?
By the time I was about 11 or 12, my teachers wanted to put me into a dance competition. So I would have to do like training often, usually after our normal classes. So I think that's when I started to really love dancing and like see the art that it is.
So you started studying ballet at 3, you mentioned
Yes.
earlier, but it's not the only dance that you do, right?
Yes. Aside from ballet, I do like to do contemporary, hip-hop, jazz. But mostly I think I prefer dancing ballet.
So those TikTok dance videos, who initiates them between the two of you?
Sometimes it's me, and then sometimes she comes up with something. You want to do this? And so, okay.
You're not nervous when you do the dancing?
I am, of course, because the steps, I'm not that flexible and I'm not that, agile anymore. So sometimes we modify it and I tell her, Ayisha, you do the more difficult one and I'll just do this.
Okay. But for you, Ayisha naman, have you ever thought of entering showbiz?
I think I'd prefer performing more as a dancer than being an actress, but I do sometimes think about possibly pursuing modeling.
But you're okay with that. You'd like to see her model also.
I think if she wants to do that, yes.
Showbiz, if she ever decides, would you consider?
I'll try to talk her out of it, but then of course, if
Why?
that's what she really wants, it's hard. It's a very scary world, especially now.
What's
So,
scary about it?
all the dangers are out there. You get to be objectified. You don't have privacy. And I told her, I said, Ayisha, once you decide to do this, there's no going back.
But now you're also working together for this campaign in Marie-France. The campaign highlights wellness both inside and out across different generations. 20 years ago, you did it to get back in shape because you wanted to go back.
After giving birth, yeah.
Diba? How has your motivations changed now, 20 years later?
I've had to consider my age and the changes that my body is undergoing. I'm menopausal. So your body responds differently now. And I guess lower my expectations of myself because there's only so much I can do to push myself to stay the same weight and dress size as 10, 20 years ago.
Have you maintained that, your weight and the dress
No.
size?
No. I have gained weight. I have gained inches. But then I think now for me, what's more important is the well-being. Like as long as I'm healthy and I feel good. So I think that's enough.
Marie-France took you through this journey.
Yes.
From mental to physical to all those
Yes.
things, all those kinds of support.
Because Marie-France before really focused on slimming. And then how nice, because what they did recently was that they started having these treatments for women like me and older who suffer from other problems. It's not just now we're trying to slim down. Now we have body ache, we have frozen shoulders, we have poor circulation, blood circulation, all of these things. So they have the machines now that address those problems. Menopause is real.
Yeah.
It's real. So you have to kind of accept that it is all right, that there are things we can do to support that.
It has those kinds of treatments for women of your age and also for women like Ayisha here, who's 16, a young lady
Yeah.
actually. How does this help you feel good inside and out also?
Well, usually I go to Marie-France after dancing or like my trainings for like every time I'm sore or my body aches. Like a lot of the times my knees hurt from like maybe like jumping or just like putting a lot of pressure on my legs. So they really help me relieve like all of the pain.
And you know what's nice is that we get to bond. Because
Sabay kayo pumupunta.
Yeah, because both of us are in different stages now of our lives and still dealing with the same thing, which is hormones. It's just that she's dealing with it at 17, 16, 17, and I'm dealing with it at 57.
You don't stutter or anything when it comes to mentioning your age.
No.
Have you always embraced it like that?
Oh yeah. Yes, of course.
And of course, you also started to have your natural
Yeah.
hair grow, di ba?
I was just being myself. I just one day decided that I would stop coloring my hair. And that was during also the pandemic when we couldn't get out of the house. So I just had to accept that, well, I'm aging. And I actually look good for my age. So,
You do. Everyone, I think, would agree.
I think I'm lucky already that I've kept up. But then I don't want to be obsessed with it. We will age. That's just the reality. Also, people make us feel bad for aging because we're all gonna get there, right?
This often happens to ladies who are daughters of beautiful women. Do you feel like you're being compared to each other?
Yes, I guess that doesn't go away.
How do you deal with it?
I don't really mind it. I mean, I hear naman that we look alike, so
Yeah.
so I think
Parang
I think
maganda.
that's
Yeah.
good enough.
But even when they say, no, she looks like her dad, but she's still prettier than me, I think. When I was her age, I don't think I was as you know, beautifully turned out as she
Really?
is. Yeah, yeah.
But actually, she's so pretty. A while ago, I thought she's had her makeup done already.
Yeah.
So I was surprised na she went to the makeup chair. Like, di pa pala siya naka-makeup.
Yeah.
Ayisha, growing up with a mother is such a beloved public figure. What have you learned when it comes to handling public attention, but also staying true to yourself?
Oh, well, she always tells me to be honest. She also tells me to really think before I speak.
And what have you learned naman from Ayisha?
Through my kids, I learn also a lot about myself. Certain virtues that I thought I nailed, I realized I have much more to improve on. Things like patience or kindness.
Mas mabait ba sila sa'yo when you were young?
Oh yeah, by far. Mas mabait their generation compared to me.
What's the biggest difference you'd say when you were a teenager and now that your children are teenagers?
Well, they have more structure in their lives, in their work, their school, their habits. I was just burara. My generation was, I think, me. Yeah. They seem to know already what they want.
What is it that you want?
I think I would really just like to pursue dancing as a career.
Would you say that the two of you are like best friends? Are you besties?
I'd like to think so, but I don't know about her.
So, we're putting you on the spot, Ayisha. Who's your best friend?
I'd like to say I have a lot of best friends.
She has plenty.
She's definitely one of them.
See? Yes.
And you seem to get along really, really well. Is there parts of your relationship where there's a tug of war or you've just agreed to disagree on certain things?
Well, yes. I feel like all mother and daughter relationships or parent and child relationships in general will always have disagreements. And I think that's okay.
When did you feel like, okay, Ayisha and Hoba, they're no longer just kids? They already have their own opinions.
It was first with my son when he was a sophomore, I think. That we were just talking, I forget what we were talking about, but he just suddenly came up with an opinion about something. And I'm like, what? He wasn't saying anything wrong. It's just that I was floored that he had an opinion about a certain issue. And I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they feel comfortable talking to us. In the dining table, for example, we don't silence them.
You're not afraid to disagree with your mom
Yes.
and your dad.
Yeah.
Are you close to your brother also?
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
we've gotten closer over the years.
Meaning, when you were younger, is it the usual?
They're always fighting.
We'd always
really?
fight.
The usual.
Yes.
Yeah.
We allow ourselves to talk to each other about our problems a lot more.
They already have private jokes about me.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I just catch them snickering on the side and I'm like, why? And they're like, what? And no, nothing, Mama, nothing. I said, okay, I know, that's a private joke. Okay, can't care to share? No, they're not gonna share it with me. So I'm like, okay.
You haven't cracked any of the private jokes?
No,
Not
I
yet.
haven't. No.
Papa has though.
You see, now it's the three of you. See, they're ganging up on me. I'm outnumbered.
I think that's a sign that we love you though.
I know that.
What has life taught you lately that the younger Dawn Zulueta would have found hard to believe?
I think I wouldn't have believed that I could create this kind of life that I've done so far. Sometimes I look back and I think, what would that 16-year-old Dawn be thinking now of this Dawn? And I think it would just blow her mind. I don't think at that time I ever realized I could be as responsible as I am. All of these things, that I could manage a household, that I could keep a schedule, that I could discipline my children, that I could, everything that I'm doing. I never imagined that I had the know-how. I would ever have the know-how.
Is there anything else that you'd like in your life at this point?
Yes, plenty. I want to learn more. Maybe I'll go back to school, and I want to travel more. Everything that I missed out on when I was younger because I was busy working, I want to do now.
How about you? What is it that you'd like to achieve in life in the future?
Well, I think really build my career as a dancer, not just in theater, but since I do other styles, like maybe I can do Broadway, or I would also like to try modeling.
You sing too. Because in school, she joins the talent.
Stage
talent
mom
contest.
talaga. Alam niya ang ano.
Yeah, she likes to sing. What's your repertoire? What are the ones that which covers?
If I were to choose like artists that I think suit my voice or suit my vocal range, maybe like Olivia Dean, maybe Billie Eilish, some Bruno Mars songs too.
She does
Yeah.
Adele. She's that brave.
Would you do an Adele for us, please?
I don't think she wants to. No,
Just
she's
kidding.
still practicing.
I'm not professionally trained, but
Yeah,
I
she's-
just like singing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us, PeopleAsia.
This is
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jump shot. Jump shot.